over 3 equals 15. Y over 3 equals 15. How am I going to solve this problem? Kaylee?
Divide by, or multiply by 3.
Multiply by 3. Alright, so 3's cancel on the diagonal, and I've got y equals 45. Alright, 7 and 8, as I mentioned a little bit ago, was now where we're going to run into a little hitch. Okay? When the variable moves to the denominator, I can't just multiply. Okay? Because as you can see before, when we canceled on the diagonal, and that was great. Well, if I cancel on the diagonal here, I'm going to be canceling out a and b, which is going to be the problem. When the variable moves to the denominator, as you can see by the heading in the column, we actually have to do two things. We have to cross multiply, which you know how to do, multiply the diagonals, and then we go ahead and actually divide. It seems contrary to our thought that we're going to solve a division problem with division, but since we cross multiply first, you're actually going to get back into a multiplication problem, which is why you have to now divide. So, take a look at example 7. 30 over a equals 5. 30 over a equals 5. Now, you know by now, if I want to do cross products, multiplying the diagonals, that means I've got to have two fractions. So I want to change 5 into 5 over 1. You know if I put a number over 1, it doesn't change it. 5 over 1 still equals 5. Not a shot. Okay. So, multiplying the diagonals. Got 5 times a, which is just going to give me 5a. And 30 times 1, which is 30. Okay. Now, as you can see, we're back to a multiplication problem. You know from what we did in 1 through 4, we solve multiplication problems by dividing. So I'm going to divide each side by 5 at this point. And 30 divided by 5 is going to give me 6. All right, so example 8. Negative 16 over b equals 2. So this problem gets it all. You've got to do the cross multiplying, you've got to do the dividing, and you've got a negative in there. So it gets it all. So what's the first thing I need to do in example 8? Use the last problem as a model.
Put the 2 over 1.
You make 2 over 1. So now I've got two fractions that I can actually work with. Okay, what's the next step? Shelby? Cross multiply. So I've got 2 times b, which is what, Shelby? And negative 16 times 1, which is negative 16. All right. So now I've got it in the form of a multiplication problem. Now what do I do? What? Divide. What am I going to divide each side by? 2. Good. And that'll give me b equals negative 8.